Revelio.
Bring me a dozen humans to back. Hey, Paul, run the other way when
Get over here, you insolent child! Levioso!
Potato.
Give it a peer.
Get me! You dare! Levioso! Levioso!
Don't think I won't kill you from up here. Glacius.
Release me! Immediately! Levioso!
Accio.
Marionette! Levioso!
Potato.
You're off in the cold and sneeze!
Defender.
Ah!
Stupid one.
What have you done?
Glacius.
Get my claws out.
Imperio.
Stop this! Oh!
Accio. Potato.
Levioso! Levioso!
Glacius. Defender.
Levioso! 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 Fight back! Levioso! Monster!
Imperio.
Release me! Oh!
Glacius. Defender.
Oh!
Levioso. Confringo.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy this.
Imperial.
Time to teach someone a
Potato. Defender.
Reducto!
You defeat with
What are your thoughts on electricity?
Trificus is a coward spell.
Confringo.
Finally!
Expelliarmus. Potato.
You'll feel that tomorrow. If you love that
Confringo.
Nice try! That's just pure Reducto! The darkness will
Benito.
swallow you up!
Expelliarmus. Flash of inspiration.
Reducto!
Fighting with Benjamin.
Imperio.
I'll watch the life go out of you.
Glacius. Defender.
Reducto!
Accio.
Quite conductive, aren't we?
Reducto!
Look what you've done. You'll pay for that. Expulso! Expulso!
Off on another...
You haven't had mushroom stew like what my mother used to make. Oh, like heads of lettuce, those mushrooms were.
Accio!
Quiet as a grapple, you are.
Repulsor!
Hello?
Someone! Defendo! Accio! Potato! Accio!
Why can't I?
Glacier! Defendo!
I won't rest. Someone thinks they can outlast me?
Revelio! Glacier! Defendo! Potato! Accio! I know a Merlin trial when I see one. Glacius! Defendo! Confringo! Depulso! Levioso! Levioso! Confringo! That's that. Settled. Confringo! Levioso! Revelio! Levioso! Confringo! Revelio! The castle must have been quite stately in its time. Seems a pleasant enough little place. An astronomy table. Should prove useful once the sun's down. Revelio! Whoa. Confringo. Revelio. That solves that. Revelio. Revelio. Knowing a meat, he's likely studied here. Revelio.
Not quiet enough.
Revelio. This looks intriguing. Levioso! Confringo! Revelio. Glacius! Defendo! Depulso! Revelio! Confringo! Glacius! Revelio.
You should know better than that by now. We've all told you before, and
Levioso.
when you don't listen.
I'll look after you.
Do with a nice mushroom stew about now.
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much as...
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we... I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan. I think I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, and Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Let's look at what we have, shall we?
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Ray,
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
what do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the...
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my... The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted... But the help Harlow wants is help that I...
Why wouldn't Harlow...
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than... I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an entire...
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my... That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came... It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more...
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Aloha, Mora. Revelio. Revelio. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check that.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle. I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about... It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note when you know who. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her.
What did he ask you to do?
He said, your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items. I've been able to cover for his requests until now, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never.
Could you give me a bit...
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve myself.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me.
He's a lovely man, but when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a... I'd lose my job instantly, and...
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man, and as for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. When will we?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence, but I feared Harlow's retaliation.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow as he...
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry. With it, I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with...
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who... Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Oh, hard work.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
I miss the old
Natty must be around here somewhere. Revelio! Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Revelio.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Revelio. Accio. The hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen. Revelio.
Using that girl as bait, Hamlet's coming for her. We ought to just kill her.
He wants them alive.
Revelio.
Student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Just keep an eye out.
Revelio.
Always one, ain't there? Except this time it's not just one, is it? It's the whole lot of us, all falling prey to some delusion what seems to have gripped one of us' minds. That's what's happened here, isn't it?
What? I've robbed every traveling vendor that's passed through here.
Whoever you are. Expulsion!
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Confringo!
You're going to regret that.
Might want to look out.
Accio. Glacius. Defender. Potato. Stupid one.
Now to finish the job. Expulsion!
Superfly. Glacius. Defender. Accio.
Death from above!
Devolso. Confringo.
Expulsion!
Potato. Stupefy. Depulso.
Flash of inspiration!
Levioso. Glacius. Defender.
Expulsion! Quite conductive, aren't we? Expulsion!
Potato! Defender!
Expulsion! Coward! Simplify! You've made a grave mistake!
Defender! Revelio.
What?
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Revelio.
Oi.
Revelio. Revelio.
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. And I'll deal with her when he arrives.
Expulsion! Expulsion! You should never have come here.
Expulso! Trafficus Totalis! Defender! Accio! Revelio. Revelio. Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Revelio. Natty must be here somewhere.
You found us.
Revelio.
I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Rabe. He will tell you what... I need help.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it. Revelio!
I'm not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Mr. Rabe's wand could be in there. Aloha Mora. Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Revelio.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay. I understand. Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once...
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife, Miss Onai. Your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Hello there, come on in. Plenty to look at here. Let me know if there's anything else I can do.
Thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
Once we tell them about the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlan.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran?
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave he mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Here's one of those tables Professor Shaw mentioned. Revelio.
Been ages since I found anything worth poaching near Crackcroft.
Levioso. Revelio. Imperio. Glacius. Defender.
Someone messing about? I see you! You little coward! I reckon I can see myself getting away and not taking a one of you with me, since you've all turned yourselves into a pack of Jarvies.
Revelio.
Betting on the dragon fights was the best decision I've made.
You can't keep your eyes off a pretty lass, you can't. Quit a flick of a frock and you fall to pieces. Stop this! Oh! Levioso!
Someone get me down!
Levioso!
Enjoy.
Levioso!
I should have...
Is this your best?
Levioso! Fight back! Levioso! Would you like me to put you down? Levioso!
Imperio.
Release me!
Defender.
Levioso! Back for more.
Protego.
Admirable trick.
How's the view?
Defender.
Thought we'd forget about that goblin. No.
Glacius. Defender. One less poacher in the wizarding world. Revelio. Knowing a meat he's likely studied here.
nonsense. I've never heard such rubbish in all my life. I think I get more sense out of moonshine.
Revelio.
I can assure you, none of us are in take 'em after me. I'll stick 'em like a nogtail.
Imperio. Glacius. Defendo. Petrificus Totalis. Revelio. Who lived here, I wonder? What do you have in store for me this time? Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Depulso. Glacius. Defendo. Accio. Depulso. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Accio. Glacius. Revelio. Revelio.
Up to now.
This place has seen better days. Flipendo. Wingardium Leviosa. Incendio! Bombarda! Glacius! Defender! Glacius! Bombarda! Glacius! Bombarda! Revelio!
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Ah, I have been meaning to speak with you. I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, She would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He did?
Exactly. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified, and then he was gone.
Your fault?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, my mother and I tried to go on without him. A few years later, we left to come to...
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those who... I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it.
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellent seer. She misses him. But that does not mean that she likes it.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry as my mother. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had a
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds
He was truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rook. We are making progress, and we will see. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
It's me, Gareth. Do you have a moment?
Were you calling me, Gareth?
I was. After you helped me with that Fupa feather and potions, I reckoned you might be just the person I need. You see, I have an idea for a fizzing Whizbee-inspired beverage, but I'm missing a key ingredient.
You and your concoctions. I don't know how you come up with these things.
It's a gift, truly. So, I suspect the key ingredient in fizzing Whizbees is dried billywig stings. I heard there's a store of them in Honeyduke's cellar. I'd get them myself, but my Aunt Matilda has her eye on me. Thinks I need to focus on potions class for a while, not for my own brews. I was hoping you could follow a secret passage to Honeyduke's cellar and grab a few dried billywig stings for me.
Of course. You never know when you might need a quick means of escape from the castle.
Brilliant, thank you. But you should know that it's not exactly quick. It's the secret bit that's helpful. The passage is hidden behind the statue of a one-eyed witch in the third-floor corridor. Just tap it with your wand and say, Descendium.
I'll see what I can do, Gareth.
Fair enough. You shall be the first one to taste my newest brew if you can be of help. Perhaps I can convince a meat to help me with my potions homework.
I'll need to get those dried billywigs things for Gareth if he's to finish his latest concoction. A one-eyed witch statue shouldn't be too hard to find. Yes! Revelio. Revelio. This looks like the right statue. Now, what was the password? Descendium. Goodness, who knew this was all down here? Revelio. A lift. Must be how I get down. Looks broken though. Accio. Revelio. Revelio. Was all down here. A lift. Must be how I get down. Looks broken though. It was all down here. A lift. Must be how I get down. Looks broken, though. Reparo! That seems to have done the trick. This castle will never cease to surprise me. Protego! Confringo! Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! Revelio! I'm trapped. How am I supposed to get out of here? Levioso! Revelio! Going to have to get past this. Revelio. Levioso. Reparo. Levioso. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. One more to go and I'll make it across. Reparo. Levioso. Something is getting in the way of that platform. Accio. Levioso. Aha. Got it. Revelio. This must be the way out. I need to find a way to open that gate. Defendo! Confringo! Something smells sweet. Must be close to Honeydukes. Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade? Revelio! Honeydukes. I can smell the chocolate. Now, where would I find the dried billywig stings for Gareth? I have the dried billywig stings. Now back to Gareth. I can only imagine how his new recipe's going to turn out. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Honeydukes. I can smell the chocolate. Now, where would I find the dried billywig stings for Gareth? I have the dried billywig stings. Now back to Gareth. I can only imagine how his new recipe's going to turn out. Revelio.
I'm all out of the new socks, so if your feet are smelly, you'll have to work it out for yourself. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Dyer! Nothing's as clever as playing with fire!
Hello, Gareth. I have those dried billywigs things.
You got them! Incredible.
Getting them was more work than I expected. I'd like to be paid for my time.
Of course. Didn't think it would be that much trouble, but I'm happy to pay for your help. Thank you again. I'll let you know when I've brewed my first batch of fizzing whizbeer.
Revelio. Got it.